Nobody told you courage was quiet. They made it look like a speech, like a moment, like a highlight reel. But courage isn't loud. Courage is what happens at 1 a.m. when you open up that Chromebook. And that's what I want to talk about today. Not the version that they put up in posters or in the movies. The real version. The courage that doesn't have an audience. I'm from Houston, and if you know this city, if you really know this city, you know it teaches you something that nobody else will. Houston won't sugarcoat it at all. We don't sugarcoat it. The heat not gonna ask you if you're ready. The traffic on the 59 or 610, it doesn't wait for you. The humidity is gonna ruin your fit at 9 a.m. in the morning. And the city will test you before you even walk through the front door. And I think that's the gift. Because an environment that demands something from you to show up anyway and you learn something from yourself that most people won't get to learn. I've been building something, a brand, a collective, a creative world. You could call it what you want. I call it mob. And I've been doing it for the last few years. And I've been doing that while sitting in the same classrooms of everybody else. I've been taking the same tests, beating the same deadlines, and navigating the same hallways. Meanwhile, in my phone, there are ideas, mood boards and shot lists, captions, and all types of stuff, all types of drafts. And we have so many midnight conversations about who we were and what I'm building. These two lives that I'm living running parallel, most people really never knew about it. But being overlooked isn't really a setback. It's more of a resource for me. Is building in silence? It just means when I'm fully here and arrived, it's gonna be fully formed. And that really takes courage. But I would say courage is also an identity. They don't really teach in school that the hardest thing is gonna be the assignment. It's the decision to do something that wasn't assigned to you. To say, I'm gonna make something and I'm gonna put it out into the world. And I'm gonna treat my vision like it's valid before I even have to prove for that. That to me is courage, not skydiving, not a motivational quote, not willingness to be okay, to be at something, to fail publicly, and to post something and only get 12 likes. That's what I see as courage. I believe that's something you're making something that's worth it. To photograph something that nobody notices, to frame it right, to write something and nobody comment on it. And then to do it again and again because you understand something that they don't. You're not making it for right now, you're making it for a version that you're becoming. I've been in rooms, late nights, the street just buzzing. You hear all the loud cars outside. And it's just like, I'm wondering to myself, what if nobody cares? What if this is just nothing? I've learned that the answer doesn't matter, to be honest. You just do it anyways. Not because the outcome is guaranteed, but because it's worse to not do it than to face any type of failure. But courage is not knowing that it's gonna work. It's deciding that it's worth the risk to find out that it is. I know I'm not the only one that's been carrying two things at once. Some of you are working jobs after school, taking care of siblings, doing homework in your car or your mama car. Some of you have been holding your family together in certain situations and nobody knows about it. Some of you have been nursing this dream like a baby in the quiet and you haven't said anything out loud yet because saying something feels like you're putting it at risk. But that silence, that private but stubborn hope, that's the most courageous thing in this room right now. Not the gowns, not the ceremony. In fact, every single one of us kept going on the days we didn't know why we should keep going. We were told to study, we weren't told to become, and somehow in between of it all, the tests, the noise, and all the years blurred together, we started to figure out who we are anyways. That's not small. I think that's everything. So here's what I want to leave you with. This is not an ending. It's never been an ending. Every graduation speech will tell you this is a chapter closing, but that's not what's happening today. What's happening today is the first moment in the story that becomes yours to write, and nobody's gonna grade it. The world is ready. The world is not waiting for you to be ready. The city is not gonna slow down, and the heat is not gonna give you a break. And people who don't understand what you're building never will. until it's undeniable. So let it be undeniable. Do the work in the dark. Move like you already know, like you know. Build things that make people ask how you did that. And when they finally ask, just smile and get back to work. We didn't survive in this city, in these systems, and this pressure just to play it safe. We're not gonna do that, nah. But finally, congratulations, class of 2026. This is the real work starts today. And personally, I just can't wait. That was the speech I was supposed to give at graduation. It's nobody else's fault but mine, I'm gonna be real with you. I turned it in late because I wanted it to be perfect. Then it was just too late, so I was like, dang, I can't just waste it. I just put my all into this, so I was like, so if you see in this video, it's because I followed through on the speech. Because I knew somebody in the class of 2026 or in the years to come needed to hear this, for sure. It's Wayne, I'm out, peace. Y'all see it. Made that yesterday, twin. Pooh-wee.